Some interesting Pokemon have resurfaced with Iron Bundle, Ursaluna, and Sneasler was able to win the Victory Roads to Anaheim #1 hosted by Victory Road, which was a huge online tournament before the World Championship. We're going to be trying out a very hyper offensive team and seeing how well it can perform. This is my recreation of the Brothers team that features Zamazenta and Miraidon. Let's break it down. First up, we have the Life of Miraidon with the Hadron engine, summoning the electric terrain, boosting up the Miraidon special attack damage output with the Terra electric type to power up its electric moves even further with electric drift, Draco Meteor, Volt Switch, and Protect. Life of Miraidon is just really nice because you are able to switch up moves, which can be very helpful for Miraidon. From if you choose, hey, Volt Switch is not a great move, if you went for it, you aren't locked into it the next time because you can go for Draco Meteor, you can go for Electric Drift, you can also switch to Volt Switch. Yeah, just switching moves is pretty good, and having Protect on a restricted and having it as a win con, it makes it less volatile. With the EV spread, very simple. My recreation is just going to have max special attack, max speed with 4 HP. I don't know, it could go modest, I suppose, because you do have the Iron Bundle, but I do think that in cases, I think just having the timid makes a lot of sense and putting on the offensive pressure there. Next Pokemon we have is the Electric Seed Sneasler, giving a +1 defense boost when the electric terrain is up, and it's a consumable item, which means paired with the Unburden ability, it will double its speed when that item is consumed. With the Dark Terra type that is able to help out against Calyx Shadow Rider, the Encores from Whimsicott, the Taunts from Tornadus, even though it doesn't really matter in this case, Moongeist Beam from Lunala, but more importantly, powering up that Throat Chop so you can actually get those knockouts, which is pretty important. With the close combat, Fake Out, Gunk Shot, and Throat Chop. So, very offensive, and I think it just pairs well with Miraidon. We used Sneasler and Miraidon really early in the format, and it's a pretty big monster because that Throat Chop pressures the Calyx Shadow Rider. A lot of them are Terra Dark or Terra Fairy, and you have coverage moves for both. The Gunk Shot to pressure opposing Miraidons if they go for Terra Fairy, and of course, just one-shot it. So, yeah, just really just all out offense here and really strong move options with the EV spread. I decided to go with Adamant and have some bulk because I was like, what do you outspeed with Sneasler in this format? Because a lot of the things under Tailwind, you're not really outspeeding. I feel like you want to have the most amount of damage output with the Adamant nature, so that's what I went, Adamant max attack. And then the rest I was like, okay, I'm going to outspeed my own Iron Bundle if the electric terrain is up, and that's basically what I did because a lot of the Tailwind mons you're still probably under speed unless you go Jolly, and even then it's like the base 135s you're under speeding, so I didn't think there was a major point. I don't think you're switching out Sneasler too much, and the speed really impacts there if you need to outspeed something in the late parts of the game. So just decide, hey, have a little bit of bulk so Sneasler can stick around, maybe take a hit, and just again really just get the really powerful knockouts, which is what the Sneasler is designed to do. Next Pokemon we have is the Silk Scarf Bloodmoon Ursaluna with the Mind's Eye, which allows you to use the normal type attacks against the ghost types with the Terra normal type to power up its normal moves even further with the Bloodmoon, Hyper Voice, Earth Power, and Protect. Normally we see Life Orb on Bloodmoon Ursaluna, but since that's on Miraidon, Silk Scarf will have to do to power up its Bloodmoon and Hyper Voice so it actually does more damage across the board. Throat Spray might be a bit too passive, so that makes a lot of sense. And again, this is a very hyper offensive team. You want to be able to take the knockouts. EV spread wise, 164 HP gives it pretty much the maximum amount of grassy terrain recovery that Bloodmoon does get access to. Max special attack, and then having a little bit of extra in special defense because it does have the best special defense in the world, so you want to have a little bit so you take on those hits better. And Bloodmoon Ursaluna is definitely an interesting mod here. The modest nature with 252 special attack for the max damage output, the 72 speed because after an icy wind from Iron Bundle you're able to outspeed quite a bit, but after 2 you're able to outspeed neutral speed base 90s like the Kyogre for example. Across the board I've seen the Bloodmoon Ursaluna generally be slow on this build, so that is what I decided to go. And Bloodmoon Ursaluna is just an interesting mon. The Ursalunas are just good because of the fact that they're immune to some of the most common restricted moves like Astral Barrage and the electric type moves from the Miraidon. So having the Bloodmoon Ursaluna as more of an offensive option can be really nice here. Next Pokemon we have is the Focus Sash Iron Bundle with the Quark Drive, giving a speed booster in that electric terrain with the Grass Terra type, which is just able to help out against like Grassy Glide, Rillaboom, as well as the Thunderclaps from the Raging Bolt. With Icy Wind, Freeze Dry, Encore, and Protect. Yeah, no Hydro Pump, but I think with Gunk Shot on the Sneasler, try to reduce as many moves that you need to connect as possible. But yeah, Icy Wind, of course, great speed control with the dynamic speed. It's not a Pokemon we commonly see, and it's faster than Focus Sash max speed Flutter Mane, especially under the sun, so it's just a huge advantage there. The Freeze Dry is just really nice here because it is able to put on some good damage into like water Urshifu, hits the water type super effectively, but also good into opposing Miraidons and more. Encore, super great into a hyper offensive team when you have a good speed advantage, which is like Pokemon like Sneasler, Iron Bundle, Miraidon. And yeah, it's just really able to take advantage of it and then protect. So EV spread wise, pretty simple on a Focus Ashmon. Timid, max speed, no brainer because you want to outspeed like Flutter Mane, max special attack, and then for special defense, it's a mon we don't commonly see, but it does have some great support with the Miraidon and that Encore pressure. Fast Encore is just fantastic against passive play, especially on fake outs, protects, and more. Next Pokemon we have is the Rocky Helmet Farigiraf with the Armor Tail ability, which is able to shut down any priority moves from affecting your side of the field, with the Ground Terra type, which is able to help out specifically against Miraidon electric type moves, make sure they don't Volt Switch around, with the Foul Play, Psychic Noise, Trick Room, and Protect. Yeah, we don't see Protect on Farigiraf. Usually on these builds we see Helping Hand, but this one opting for Protect to stall out some turns, and if you do get a really good Protect, usually they're used to doubling up Farigiraf to remove it for the Armor Tail. Yeah, it could be very, very helpful in these situations. Foul Play, of course, is able to hit the Ghost type restricted and do a lot of damage to Cali Ice. Psychic Noise is nice because it prevents the Cali Ice on opposing sides from setting up the Leech Seeds, as well as like Pollen Puff healing, leftovers, grassy terrain recovery. It's just useful so that chip damage stays, and yeah, it's just supposed to help reverse Trick Room, set up Trick Room for Bloodmoon Ursaluna. It's a good mon with 236 HP that allows you to get maximum grassy terrain from Rillaboom, and an odd HP staff for Ruination and Super Fang Calcs, max defense, so it's just able to take the Glacial Lances, and then 20 special defense as the remainder. Overall, this Farigiraf supposed to be a good support Pokemon with that Armor Tail. Final Pokemon on this team is going to be the Rusted Shield Zamazenta Crown form with the Dauntless Shield, which gives a +1 defense once per game, with the Ghost Terror type, which is mainly for the fake out. Actually, it's really just supposed to help out against opposing fake out, so you can play more aggressive at times with Body Press, Heavy Slam, Wide Guard, and Protect. Across the board, like Zamazenta, normally we see it more of a defensive mon, but this one takes advantage of just dishing out huge amounts of heavy damage. And I've seen some versions of the team when they've been using Torn a lot, they would really love to go for the Terra Ghost with Zamazenta, just go for Body Press immediately and get heavy amounts of damage across the board. It's also good into opposing Zamazenta and more, so it's just able to be a really great offensive tool with, you know, good bulk. This one I'm opting for is probably less speedy than what it could be. I'm running 68 speed because that allows you to outspeed max speed base 90s like the Kyogre, because I think that's pretty important. And then I wasn't sure what else I wanted to do. It already outspeeds like Calyx Shadow Rider after Icy Wind. You outspeed like the Scarf base 90s after the Icy Wind as well, so I don't think it was that big of a deal. Then you have like a good amount of defense. I just want the Body Press to hit hard on this team, alongside just having good amount of HP, which again, a number that is pretty much giving you the maximum amount of grassy terrain that you have access to, and then an odd HP stat because of the Ruination calcs. But this Zamazenta does play a bit more aggressive than what we are commonly used to seeing. So how to use the team? It is very aggressive here. You have a lot of combinations, especially with the Miraidon, because you have really good leads, right? You have the Electric Seed Sneasler for like fake out plus a really strong hit, or just doubling up with like Gunk Shot plus an attack, and it's really powerful. You also have that Iron Bundle mode, which you can go for like the Icy Wind speed control if there's something a bit awkward between the Iron Bundle and your Miraidon speed tier, like a Calyx Shadow Rider. You also have Miraidon Farigiraf, a very common lead, Volt Switch around for other Pokemon, as well as the Ursaluna. Set up Trick Room is definitely a potential option. And yeah, there's quite a few more, of course. Zamazenta can lead with anything, put on a good amount of pressure with just Wide Guard support and Body Press, doing a ton of damage across the board. Sneasler has the fake out pressure, of course, as necessary. The double normals if you are able to set up Trick Room and without being too threatened. Yeah, there are quite a few different leads, but it's a lot about just getting heavy damage and getting a lot of commitments, right? Because this team does commit a lot, especially if you have watched the Hoge Brothers on stream. They will go for some crazy reads and try to counteract accordingly. So you do have to play pretty aggressive with this team in order for it to work out. If you would like to check out the details of the team, they'll be linked in the description down below. And let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to Regulation H coming back, because a lot of these Pokemon were pretty common in Regulation H, especially that Sneasler. And yeah, it was a pretty dominant Pokemon Reg H, and we're going back to it for competitive tournaments for some reason when we start the new season. So not exactly sure why, but yeah, that is what's going to be happening. So let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. But otherwise, let's get started and play some games. All right, we have Miraidon, Iron Hands, Iron Treads, Farigiraf, Urshifu, and Ho-Oh. So, Miraidon, Ho-Oh, which I don't know if this team really loves facing against, especially with Iron Treads. So I'm kind of curious on how this is going to perform here. Iron Bundle is pretty decent because of the icy wind pressure. They don't have Tailwind. I do like the Iron Bundle here. Iron Bundle Miraidon makes a lot of sense here. I could also bring... Do I want to go Sneasler? Sneasler's okay. It puts on pressure against the Treads, but I have to guess whether they're going to like Terra Ghost or not. They also have Fake Out pressure, so I don't really love the Sneasler plan. I think Iron Bundle just makes so much sense though. Iron Bundle plus Miraidon is pretty good here. And then I think in the back, I just go with like Zamazenta and I go with Sneasler. I don't really like the Farigiraf or Bloodmoon mode. Because, I mean, under Trick Room, it can put in a lot of work, but I just don't know if I'll get Trick Room up. If I was like Life Orb on the Ursaluna, I'd probably... Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to be Specs. I'm using the wrong item. And I have Protect on this Miraidon. I forgot to take out the Specs. It's supposed to be Life Orb. You know what? We'll just play it out. We'll just play it out. We'll just play it out. We'll play it out. Maybe it'll be helpful here. Actually, Protect would have been better because I can Protect on the Fake Out. Now I'm going to have to play a guessing game on TV. Oh my goodness, why did I do this to myself? Because it's supposed to be a Life Orb on the Miraidon. That's why you don't have it on the Bloodmoon. Okay, but we see Sneasler plus, or the Farigiraf plus the Miraidon. So this actually works out pretty decently for me. I should be able to get free Icy Wind off with my Iron Bundle. The question is, what do I want to do with my Miraidon? Do I want to Volt Switch to Farigiraf? I don't really like Trick Room up, so I think I will just Volt Switch and we'll go out into Zamazenta, I suppose, because Zamazenta is like the least needed Mon in this matchup. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to go for Icy Wind and I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch. I guess having the Specs will help because I can guarantee knock out the Farigiraf. I don't know if I would have before this, but yeah, I'm just going to go for Icy Wind Volt Switch. As long as it's not Terra Ground Farigiraf, I should be fine. I guess they could go Treads, but the thing about going for Treads is it's still an Icy Wind. They don't know if I have Hydro Pump or not, and it's a gamble, so we'll see. We'll see. If they go Treads here, like I can also Volt Switch off the Miraidon too, so there's always like this mind game layer, right? Of like Iron Tread switching in if I go for an Electric type move. I don't know if you... I don't think we're ever seeing the Miraidon switch out, but we'll see. What's strong about Iron Bundle is it outspeeds a Scarf on the... It outspeeds Scarf on their Miraidon and will be able to lower its speed. And since I'm max speed on mine, I'm in a pretty good shape. They do go for the Terra Fairy, which is pretty ideal since I should be able to get an Icy Wind, Electric Drift, or Volt Switch combo. They go for Helping Hands. I'm assuming it's just Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so I'm switching out to Zama because I don't need Zama for the game. And I do land the Icy Wind, which is huge. So I will be able to get an Icy Wind off into Miraidon to ensure it, as well as the speed drop on Farigiraf. But Volt Switch is coming out here into the Farig. So Farigiraf does go down here, and I will be able to switch out into Zamazenta because I don't really need Zamazenta in this game. Like, I felt I guess I don't need Sneasler either, but Sneasler puts on pressure against the Treads in the back. So I'm going to go Zamazenta. It also puts on more pressure against Miraidon because they Terra Fairy now. So I'm going to go Zamazenta. As this is Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, like there's no way they were not clicking Dazzling Gleam there. So this is perfect. Some pretty strong damage across the board, but it's acceptable. And let's see what is going to come out afterwards. So Iron Hands could come out, which is fine. Because if Iron Hands comes out, I just go Sneasler and then I just draw off a Gunk Shot and I'm in a pretty good shape. If they go Ursh, I go for a double up, I think, into the Ursh because Ursh is definitely scary. Also, we did confirm it is banded. Okay, Ho-Oh comes in. That makes sense. Oh, no, Heavy Slam is correct. Are they gonna swap? I mean, my play is just to Icy Wind again, I'm pretty sure. Or I Freeze Dry Heavy Slam. I guess I Freeze Dry Heavy Slam in this scenario because it should KO the Miraidon if it stays in. If they switch out, I mean, if it's Ursh, like that's huge. If it's Iron Hands, that's fine. Yeah, it's Iron Hands. Okay, so not the greatest, but I mean, this is still playable because my Sneasler are still in a really good position. I also do need damage in the Iron Hand, so I guess it's acceptable. We get a freeze dry off into the Iron Hands. Do they Tailwind or do they just attack here as I go for Heavy Slam? They Tailwind, but the thing is, I do have Encore on the bundle that can threaten. I want to sack my Zamazenta because it doesn't do anything here. Yeah, I'm just gonna body press and sack my Zamazenta here. The reason I sack my Zamazenta here is because I do not want to take a attack here, or I do not want to have them both on the field. Yes, I can stall out some Tailwind turns, but granted, I think my idea is just to get a free switch back to Miraidon. The only play I think that could have countered this play was Iron Hands actually switching out, but I think they have to fake out my Iron Bundle here. Yeah. I don't have Terra Ghost, so unfortunately I can't go for Terra Ghost. This is Sacred Fire. I hope it KOs. Ooh, doesn't KO. And doesn't get the burn. I actually would have preferred it if it did. Okay. I'm going to Encore to Iron Hands, and I do get a free swap heat, and I do get a free attack here. It could switch out and go for Sacred Fire into Zamazenta, which is fine. I think I Encore Heavy Slam. Because if they're going to target, they probably have to get rid of my Iron Bundle, right? Because their Talon's running out, so I always have this Icy Wind pressure. I think your best play is probably to go Miraidon and Sacred Fire to bundle, I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll see. They do switch out the Iron Hands. Yep, perfect. Into the Miraidon, and then Heavy Slam's going to come out. We do some pretty good damage. It is healthier, but I mean, this is still good damage. Encore fails. I could have Icy Winded, but it's not like super impactful here. Oh, they went for Sacred Fire. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Okay, now I wish I had Life Orb, because this would be a simple double protect, and then I just threaten Gunk Shot plus Electro Drift the next turn. I go Sneasler, I think. Yeah, I go Sneasler here. The next turns are kind of tricky, but manageable. It kind of depends on what they decide to do here, as well as if it's Covert Cloak. Well, it's not Covert Cloak Mirai. It definitely should be Specs. I think I'm just going to go my own Miraidon. I'm going to go for Terra Fire, and I'm going to go for Fake Out into the Miraidon. The reason I'm going to make this play is because I love the Brave Bird because of the Electric Seed boost. I don't think the burn matters if they do go for Sacred Fire and burn here. And the next turn, I'm just going to threaten the Tailwind once it expires. Gunk Shot into the Miraidon plus Electro Drift into Ho-Oh. I'm going to have to hit a Gunk Shot, but this team just relies on Gunk Shot as the poison move. So, like, I might as well just go for it at this point. But, yeah. A good play on their part. They switch out the Ho-Oh to go out into the Iron Hands. That's a really smart play on their part. Okay. I think that's okay. It's not ideal, though. For me. A good play on their part. I was supposed to be a Life Orb on this team. I was supposed to be a Life Orb. If I had Life Orb, it was just a simple bring Miraidon protect, double protect. But I guess it's not double protect. Well, no, I could Encore situation the Ho-Oh. So yeah, it would have worked out. You go for the Terra Dark. I mean, Gunk Shot is going to hurt the Iron Hands for a decent chunk. Well, I mean, KOs because it's a weakened here at the next turn, but we'll see. They do Brave Bird. How well do I take this? I take it okay. All right. I think this is fine, but I might have to hit some moves. I'm going to go for Electro Drift into the Ho-Oh and Gunk Shot the Ho-Oh as well. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think you're going to make an aggressive play to protect a Ho-Oh. I don't think that ever makes sense here. I just got to watch out for getting Dazzling Gleam swept. If I had Protect, this would be so much easier. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is tricky. This is tricky. Because the Iron Bundle switch doesn't do anything. They should always just fake out the Miraidon, yeah. If you don't Tailwind though, you just lose the games. Gunk Shot into Ho-Oh, good damage. And Tailwind does come out, okay. I think the play is always to Volt Switch the hands and go out into Iron Bundle. Because I need fake out pressure for the Miraidon. And if Miraidon switches in for the hand slot, it goes down to Volt Switch. So I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that works actually. Okay, I have an out. Like, sure, I could take a knockout with Sneasler into the Ho-Oh and I can go for a Volt Switch into the hands, but the problem with getting the double knockout is A, they could just protect the Ho-Oh, but also B, which is more scary, is I don't have enough turns to stall out the Tailwind. And if they lock in the Gleam, it's just cooked because everything gets swept by Gleam and I can't protect my Miraidon because again, I'm locked. They also do protect the Ho-Oh, so I do get the call right here. So this is ideal. I do get the Volt Switch off. Okay, I'm gonna have to make another call the next turn, but this is definitely way better than it was previously. Oh wait, no, this is super safe. I can fake out the Miraidon and I can Encore the Ho-Oh into protect. Yeah, no, this works. Okay, this works. So this was super ideal. Okay, yeah, I think I just win here. It might be a speed tie between our Miraidons, but if I hit Icy Wind, I do guarantee it. So they have 2 turns of Tailwind. Yep. So I go for Fake Out into the Miraidon and I Encore the Ho-Oh. And because the Electric Train's reset, I get to outspeed the Ho-Oh and I Fake Out the Miraidon. So it can't move this turn. I get extra damage on it. It doesn't really matter because Electric Drift will be able to KO. I think the only way I can lose here, even if they do that, like I don't think it can win them the game, is going for a double protect. But even if they get the double protect, I think like the only way they can win here is if they are like some quick claw item on the Ho or Mental Herb. So Miraidon flinches again, Encore off into the Ho-Oh, so it's locked into protect. Yeah, okay, perfect. Now we just draw off a Gunk Shot into Miraidon. We go for a Protective Iron Bundle because it's the last turn of the Tailwind on their side. Sack the Sneasler, get the free switch to Miraidon, and we're in good shape. They get the double attack, doesn't matter. They go for Gleam. Okay. So we have to get extremely unlucky because we have to miss Icy Wind onto the Miraidon alongside the fact that they also need to have max speed on the Miraidon and win the speed tie. So this game could have been so much easier if again we were life 4, but I forgot to take the specs off my Miraidon. So we're going to go for Electro Drift into Miraidon and we're going to go for Icy Wind. And assuming we don't get unlucky as we said before, we should have the game locked. Unless I miscounted Tailwind turns, but I'm pretty sure we just saw that the Tailwind petered out. Oh god, a triple protect. That's not a good sign for their luck. Or is it? Is it that they got the luck with the triple protect? Let's see. We hit the Icy Wind, so that should secure it because Electro Drift easily knocks out the Miraidon. And yeah, it's not a Solvus Miraidon, so it's definitely not taking the Electro Drift. So goodbye Miraidon. And then it's just Ho around and we can Encore it into Protect and just win the game. What if they got like all the Protects in a row to stall out the Electro Drift? Would that work? No. Well, actually, it could technically, but you know, we just go for Electro Drift. Actually, is Encore... No, Encore would be a mistake, actually. No, I should just attack it with Freeze Dry, yeah. It is better to just attack it. Battle is going to be forfeited because they won't think about the multiple protects that they need in order to win, so they can't. So it's less likely they go for it in the first place. But yeah, we are able to take the win. We are putting the Life Orb onto Miraidon and we'll change it, but you know what? We were able to still get the win. It was weird piloting, like the start, like if we KO the Farigiraf, I don't know if we need the Life Orb to KO at that range realistically after the IC win, but the fact that we couldn't protect was awkward, because I don't think it would have changed any damage rolls afterwards. So having protect, I think we would have had a nice safe protect angle, and it could have just made life stalling out the tailwind turns on their side much easier. All right, we have Calyx Ice Rider, Miraidon, Alolan Ninetales, Bloodmoon Ursaluna, Incineroar, and the Galarian Weezing. This is an interesting team for sure. Snow, Cali, Ice. All right, what do I want to perform against this? Zamazenta is really good against their team. Like, fighting coverage in general is just pretty good here. I like it a lot. Actually funny, because Iron Bundle just walls their Cali Ice. It really does. I want to bring Farigiraf. It's decent. It's not necessary though. I think we definitely lead Zamazenta though. Zamazenta is just really good. I think Zamazenta, I don't mind Zamazenta, Sneasler, Iron Bundle, Miraidon. Yeah, I think that's okay. I hope it's okay. I think it's okay. I'm a little bit worried because the thing is, dealing damage to the Miraidon on their side is a little bit tough with my physical attackers, but I think it's okay. Maybe I should have led Miraidon, but I want fake out pressure because I'm not sure if they're going to lead the Trick Room route. Okay, we're going to see the Trick Room immediately with the Ninetales and the Cali Ice lead. I think my best play is just to click a heavy I don't want to heavy slam the Ninetales immediately and give them the free switch. I think I want to keep Ninetales on the field. If they get a Roarville up though, that's really bad. I think we need damage into Cali Ice. I mean, this it's kind of awkward to deal damage to. I wish I led Miraidon in this, but did not expect this. All right. Let's go for fake out into Cali Ice and let's go for a body press. I think we just need damage across the board right now. Ah, they went for protect. If I doubled up the Ninetales with fake out heavy slam, it's so good. All right, so we fake out. They go for Aurora Veil, I'm assuming. Yep. It is also like max speed Ninetales, which is not like too surprising. All right. Yeah, how am I breaking through that Cali Ice? We'll find out, I suppose. I guess maybe I should just go for the Gunk Shot Poison. And I think that actually might be my best play. I'm going to go for the Gunk Shot Poison. If they Encore my Sneasler, that's fine. We see a Terrasization. Don't tell me this is Terra Ice. Terra Water. Okay, wait. They don't have the defense boost anymore. I'm curious on that. Maybe they thought I had some kind of tech move. That works. For me. You go for Blizzard. Okay. Right on Sneasler. Unfortunate. Unthaw? Body press? Decent damage, actually. Alright. Trickroom comes out. I mean, do I really mind that? Not really, I think. Are they gonna do anything with the Ninetales? The Ninetales doesn't do anything. I'm pretty sure I body press the Ninetales and I get an Iron Bundle, because Iron Bundle can easily just switch into these attacks like no problem. And I want to body press the Ninetales because I want to cover any switches, because Ninetales does not do anything. I break a Focus Sash if that's the case. A high horsepower. Yeah, but it wasn't doing anything to Iron Bundle under snow. Body press comes out of Ninetales. I crit the Ninetales. I actually would have preferred not to crit it because I don't want to give them the free switch. Unfortunate, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah, that's ugly. That is ugly. Why is Weezing coming out? Why is Weezing coming out? Did they have Wisp? I'm double protecting here. We're stalling out this. I mean, granted, my Miraidon's gonna clean up this end game once this once all this Trick Room is over. I'm really trying to understand like how this is supposed to be set up from my opponent's side, because I am lost on their setup right here. But sure. But I think I should sack Sneasler. I should sack Sneasler. What is this wheezing move here? Wisp? High horsepower. Into bundle for some reason. Range steam? Okay, they doubled into iron bundle. That makes sense. Okay. I'm just gonna heavy slam and I'm gonna swap out the iron bundle to go Sneasler because unfortunately Sneasler got poisoned, so I mean frozen, so I can't do anything with this mod. We'll go into Sneasler. Sack it off. High horsepower coming out, which is fine. And I'm assuming Strange Steam again, but that's acceptable. Okay, they go for the Willis this time, which is fair. I mean, at the end of the day, this is still pretty decent for me. I get a heavy slam off into Wheezing. That does some okay damage. Snow stops, which means that means high horsepower is actually doing damage to bundle, so I gotta watch out. I do always go to iron bundle though. It's the last turn of Trick Room, so this is a pretty... I should have went Miraidon if it's the last turn of Trick Room, actually. I don't need Zamazenta for anything else, right? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to heavy slam the Wheezing, and I'm going to protect my iron bundle. Because if they high horsepower, Strange Steam, double up my Zamazenta, I'm actually okay with that. Like, I get a free switch to Miraidon, and I'll have a lot of good pressure. Yeah, like, I don't mind if they double up my Zama and KO it after burn. Yeah, I don't mind this. Like, again, I think that's a completely okay trade. That's a crit, and that is what... Oh my goodness, this RNG. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I do get the damage, though, which is really nice. So I do get good damage in the Wheezing. Citrus Berry isn't pleasant, but sure. Okay. Alright, I mean, I'm feeling decent about this. Like, it's not terrible. Trigger returns to normal. It was a... Okay, so I just go for Electro Drift here. I'm pretty sure I just Terra Electro Drift. And I go for Freeze Dry into the Wheezing slot. There's 2 turns of Veil left. Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty alright. So let's Freeze Dry and Electro Drift. They don't have any good switch-ins other than maybe if they have... Like, what would be your switch-in? Like, Incineroar... You can't do Incineroar because I can... If you go Incineroar and protect the Cali Ice, I just Encore Electro Drift, so that's fine. No switches. It could still be protect, but that's acceptable here. We will go for the Terra Electric on our Miraidon to power it up even further. And we can switch up moves because we actually have a Life Orb instead of Choice Specs, which is useful here. They protect. I can Encore them the next turn. That's cool. Freeze Dry into the Wheezing. Good damage. Okay. And this is Strange Steam into one of my slots. Yeah, into Miraidon, but I'll take that because I Terra'd. No confusion either. Perfect. Okay. We're going to go for Electro Drift into the Wheezing slot, and we're going to go for an Encore into the Cali Ice. They might switch, though. The Encore is a bit obvious. It could also go Miraidon too, which I'm a bit concerned about. I think I just Electro Drift and Freeze Dry again, because there's not really too much risk here. Yeah, there's not too much risk. Yeah, like they do switch out the Calyx, which works out. I mean, whatever's coming in is taking a lot of damage. They go their own Miraidon, which is fine, because I can Icy Wind into Draco the next turn, which is fair. Wheezing protects as well. Okay. I mean, this is perfect, actually. Yeah, this is perfect. because I do get a free Electro Drift into the Miraidon. Are they Scarf Miraidon? I'm trying to figure that out. No, they're probably Assault Vest based on that damage. Okay. Or maybe it's because of Aurora Veil, but even then, I don't know if that is the case. I think this is Scarf Mirai. I think it's unlikely. I can Encore the Weezing to protect, but that doesn't really help me here. I think the play is just to go for a Draco Meteor Icy Wind combo. I don't think it's Scarf Mirai. Yeah, it's not. So I do get the Icy Wind off. Good damage into both. I think the Weezing's in Freeze Dry range now, which is really good. And Draco Meteor, if it connects, we should win. Nice. Okay. I mean, there's still one thing that it can do here, which is a bit scary. But, I mean, the Electro Drift should easily KO the Miraidon, I think, with Electric Terra and Life Orb, even at -2, because of the multiplier from Electro Drift. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. It was... Oh, they even talked about Advent Bundle. Okay, that's fine. Like, as long as there wasn't some okay Strange Steam. I don't think Strange Steam crit knocked out Miraidon, but Confusion would have been really bad. But this works out. Okay, Electro Drift, Life Orb, Terra Electric, and we're gonna go for Freeze Dry into the Weezing. I guess if they protect and live Electro Drift, but I just don't think Cali Ice lives Electro Drift. And if the Weezing doesn't protect, I KO the Weezing, Electric Terrain's resummoned, and I win the game. They also have to be worried about Freeze Dry double up into Cali Ice, so they don't exactly have a safe play. They have to get a call right. And they don't. So Freeze Dry KOs the Weezing, which summons the Electric Terrain, and then there's absolutely no shot. Like, maybe I could believe before that it wasn't surrounding this Electric Drift without the Terrain. But now with the Terrain, there's no way you live this Electric Drift. Like, there's no way. Surprised. I think they had to protect one. Like, if they're going to get this call, because they really did need to, but you know what, we'll take it. Electro Drift is going to come out. Terra Electric, even over -2, no chance it lives, because again, it has increased power when it's super effective. Cali Ice goes down, and beautiful. I don't know why they Terra the Cali Ice. That's just the confusing part. Like, I don't know why they Terra the Cali Ice into Water type, because I don't know what they were fearing in that position. Like, maybe Throat Chop, but they were under Roar Build. They had the Snow Defense boost. I just don't see it, man. But it made the game so much easier for me. That's all I can say. And I will 100% take it. All right, we have Miraidon, Calyx, Ice Rider, Chi-Yu, Raging Bolt, Incineroar, and Smeargle. Why is there a Smeargle on this team? Okay, at least they don't have terrain control, so Miraidon's really good here. Miraidon plus Iron Bundle is actually really strong. Yeah, it's really strong in this. I want to go Sneasler because they run Terra Fairy on these Cali Ice builds, I'm pretty sure. I'd be vulnerable to Thunderclap on the Bolt, though. That's the only annoying part. Which I think is probably alright. I think I'm going to do Sneasler Miraidon. I think it's pretty safe for the most part. And then in the back, I'm going to bring the Zamazenta, and I think I go with Farigiraf. I think this is the right call. I don't know. This is such a weird matchup because I have no idea what I'm supposed to expect from the Smeargle. Is it just decorate stuff for Cali Ice, I suppose? Which I guess it could be. Should be Scarf Chi-Yu. Should be Life Orb, Raging Bolts. Miraidon probably. Which one is going to have the Clear Ambit? Usually it's Clear Ambit on Miraidon, right? And they usually run leftovers on the Cali Ice. That was the original build because that was like kind of similar to a team that Shoma used to get second place at like the big Japanese online event. But we'll see. Chi-Yu Miraidon's completely fine of a lead here. Versus Miraidon Sneasler. Okay, I don't mind this position at all. How aggressive do I want to make my play turn one? Because I could make a very aggressive play and try to win off the spots, which is kind of what you're supposed to do with this team, but at the same time, is it the best play? I mean, if you Terra Ghost Heat Wave, I don't even think it's that bad, actually. I think I'm just going to throw off a close comment at Chi-Yu, and I think I'm just going to drop a Draco Meteor into the slot. If they go for Terra Ghost, that's okay. This might be Terra Fire, but yeah, it's Terra Ghost. Okay, second one for Throat Chop. I still think that is pretty acceptable because that's their Terra, which means I'm in a decent spot. Yeah, they protected. Okay. Could have gotten it, but I don't think it's too bad of a spot. This is why I like the Iron Bundle to put on more pressure. Oh, they went for Snarl. Interesting. Okay. Interesting Snarl, but wait, Snarl's fine. Snarl doesn't change much here, actually. Because what's stopping me from going for a close combat into you and going for a Draco Meteor also into you? Nothing. I'll take it. Like, they Snarl to lower my special attack damage output on Miraidon. Maybe they're trying to set up for a Trick Room game, but that's alright by me. Because I don't think it's like super viable. Unless their back is like Kali Ice Smeargle, but I just can't see it. We got close combat off. Huge damage. Snarl doesn't matter. Miraidon dodges. I mean, that's nice not taking extra damage, but yeah, it's not necessary. I do land a Draco. That's the important part. Okay, we KO the Miraidon. Beautiful. So Miraidon gone. I don't have to worry about like that Mon taking a knockout on every single member of my team. Now I can threaten the Chi with Throat Chop. I could have went for Gungshan to Miraidon, but I was just worried it was too greedy. This is Kali Ice always. Yep. All right, we go for a Throat Chop into the Chi. We're just gonna swap out into our Farigiraf. Yeah, Farigiraf is pretty good here. Even if they go for Glacial and knock on my Sneasler, completely fine. The Chi is probably switching out, but if they stay in, I get a free Throat Chop, and I do like that. So yeah, I don't mind the Chi still around. Yeah, they do swap out the Chi, so I could have went more aggressive here, but I think this is acceptable. They go Raging Bolt, that makes sense. The upcoming turns are going to be ugly because this Raging Bolt is super powerful. This Raging Bolt's about to become a menace because it has Electric Terrain, Sun, and Life Orb. Throat Chop. Okay. Go for Trick Room. I'm going to go on into Zamazenta and I'm going to go for Protect. Yeah. Because they're most likely just going to click Glacial Lance and then Electric type move into Farigiraf, which is fine. I need to position around this, and one of the answers that I do have is the Terra Ground on my Farigiraf for this moment. Do Glacial, perfect. Show me Electric move into the Giraffe to prevent Trick Room from being reversed. Nice. Okay. I don't know if they're targeting the Zamazenta or they're targeting the Kali Ice the next turn, but actually maybe I should just body press. Trying to think about this. If I fake out, no, I think I do reverse Trick Room. I think I wide guard, reverse Trick Room, Terra Ground. I think this is right. I'm not 100% certain because I need to break through this Kali Ice, man. This Kali Ice is super threatening. We go for the Terra Ground here, reverse the Trick Room, but let's see. I don't know if they're targeting the Zamazenta because Zamazenta could just protect, but I'm not sure if they're fearing the body press damage onto it. A Leech Seed, okay. The Zama. Is that Electric moving to Farigiraf? Beautiful. Oh, that's so good for me. That's so good for me. Because here's a Trick Room reversal. Okay, that's massive. Stun fades too, which means they don't have photosynthesis, which means I should live attacks. Electric Train also disappear, so body press and a foul play on the Cali Ice. Looking really tempting, and I think I am gonna go for it. Yeah, they can't double knock me out here, so yeah, I'm just gonna go for a double up here into Cali Ice with body press foul play. Volt protects, perfect. I don't know if this is a double protect, but ideally I get the KO on the Cali Ice here with body press foul play. They took the attack better, but here comes the foul play. Oh, almost a knockout, but that's acceptable. They go for Glacial, that's perfect. I lose for Rigraff, but I mean, this is fine. Oh, I don't lose for Rigraff. Rigraff just bulky. It is bulky. Nice. I want to save for Rigraff? Question mark? Not necessary. I think I just heavy slammed the Calyrex because if the Chew comes in, you want to punish it, right? Actually, no. My best play is just to go for body press into the bolt. Body press into the bolt. If they Draco the Farigiraf and Trick Room, I'm in an okay spot. Yes. Yeah, no, I'm still fine if they do that. I'm just going to foul play and I'm going to body press the bolt. They protect Cali Ice, which is beautiful because I get a free body press into the bolt to get damage. And now it's like looking like a really good spot. Because body press almost takes a knockout. Thunderbolt. Okay. Because the Cali Ice is only a Leech Seed as their only attack. So as long as I figure out what to choose locking into, I think I'm in really good shape. The Leech Seed miss actually really did help earlier. The Leech Seed miss did help out earlier. Because I am not taking all this damage on Zamazenta, and also the Cali Ice hasn't healed. Chiyu's coming in. We'll get to find out what move it's locking into, I suppose. But yeah, we protect and we go for double protect. Yeah, we go for double protect here. Because if they Trick Room, then that's okay, because I can just wide guard spam and go for an attack if I want into the Cali Ice. Like the Chiyu has to lock into a move here, and it's just such an awkward spot for them. So I will take it. All right, what are you doing? What are you doing? Otherwise, I would have had to gone Miraidon and probably had to make a hard play against the Chiyu. But now this... Actually, maybe not. Maybe I would have just been able to just win by Electro Drift and Volt Switch, but we'll see. Or Electro Drift. Okay, they Flamethrower, so it's only a single target move into the slot, and they go for Trick Room. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, this is perfectly acceptable. Anti heavy slam foul play? Yes, because I don't have to wide guard anymore. Well, they could Glacial still. I think it's acceptable though. I think I'm just gonna foul play and I'm gonna go for heavy slam because I think that should KO. I think the Cali Ice is forced to protect here. Yeah, they are. Perfect. Because if I KO Cali Ice, they just lose the game because all my Mons under speed to Chiyu. Now I get a foul play plus a heavy slam off and I get the call, right? So I guarantee the win here. Perfect. Because like if they Glacial, I at least get the heavy slam off into Chiyu. I still have fake out pressure. I mean, it's still a little bit weird, but I just don't think they're ever clicking Glacial in that spot when I do have the wide guard access. Or I could just like protect, or I could just go for like wide guard foul play KO. So yeah, perfect. Now I just win the game because I can lock this up. But yeah, I made the plays because of the Leech Seed. Like, I took advantage of the Leech Seed dodge. If the Leech Seed dodge didn't happen, it would have been weird because I would have had to position. Like, I don't think the game's over by far, but, like, it definitely made it a much easier position. But I think the main part was reversing that Trick Room and getting the damage in the Bolt. So now we just wide guard foul play and we guarantee the win. Because we already saw its full moveset. It goes for Glacial. I mean, they're trying to hope that I don't go for wide guard. Maybe Glacial crits my Zamazenta and then they could win off the game by protecting on the fake out into Glacial Lands afterward. But yeah, I'm just not giving them that opportunity. Foul play KOs. The Cali Ice. And Terra Ground for Rigraff actually being useful here. Actually being useful. It was definitely good here for sure. Yeah. Got a bit lucky in that one. Just again, the Leechy dodge was pretty helpful, but I felt like a lot of the plays that I made did actually put me in good spots. Other than the Terra Ghost. If I hard call the Terra Ghost, I'm in a good spot. I thought they were going to save the Terra for the Cali, but not the case. I guess I should have just went for the Throat Chop. All right, we have an interesting one with Calyx, Shadow Rider, Smeargle, Tornadus Incarnate, Kyogre, Urshifu, and the Ursaluna. No Trick Room? Don't tell me this is some Trick Room Calyx, Shadow Rider stuff. It might be. It might be. Matchup's fine. It's Iron Bundle Miraidon's pretty powerful here, and the Zama's actually pretty good as well. I think we go with the offensive mode. I think we do. Because it's hard to utilize for Rigraff. And they also got to be scared for Rigraff, right? Because if I go for Rigraff, they can be messed up if it's like a water type for Rigraff, like Terra Water. So I don't know if they'll Tailwind easily, but we'll see. It's going to be the combo of Calyx, Shadow, Smeargle, which is also makes sense, versus Miraidon Iron Bundle. All right. I do not know which move they're going to click. I don't have Terra Ghost on the bundle, which is a bit unfortunate here because I would love to click Terra Ghost here. Actually, if I went for Rigraff lead, like for Rigraff would have cooked here. Okay, speed boost. I'm just going to protect and I'm just going to go for an Electric Drift attempt into the Cali. We're going to see a Terra immediately, which I'm kind of surprised by. What Terra is this? Cali Ghost? Oh, don't tell me this is just Specs. It might just be Specs. All right, Iron Bundle protects, but I think this is Astral Barrage. Oh, they wide guard what? Oh, okay, that makes sense. You go for Astral Barrage. Yeah, this is Specs. I'm getting cooked, aren't I? I am not getting cooked. Okay. Is that not Specs? What item are you? You're not Life Orb? You're not Sash? You're not Specs? That wasn't Specs, right? Well, Miraidon is pretty naturally bulky, but I mean, Spell Tag? I think it was Spell Tag. Okay. Booty. Defense. Not the greatest. Speedfall's nice, but it's not necessary. We're going out into our Zamazenta, I think. Or the back to Pokemon. They probably have Kyogre. If it's Ursh, I don't like it. I think we just go Zama here. They go Torn, which is perfect because I can go for Icy Wind into Body Press. Yeah, I think this is pretty reasonable here. I would like to say to fake out on Sneasler. I do like the idea of just going for the... Maybe I just Encore the Torn and I just Body Press the Smeargle, and I think that's okay too. Because they're definitely going to Tailwind here. Yeah, I think that works. They went for Wide Guard. Wide Guard Tailwind? Perfect. Unless you're Mental Orb for some reason, but you really shouldn't be. So the Torn is locked into Tailwind. It might be forced to switch out, which would be super ideal. Why am I playing Mental Orb? Okay, I lost momentum there. It's still okay. Are you Hurricane? Defense. Attack. Okay. Well, I can Icy Wind Wide Guard, and if it's not Hurricane, I do get the defense drop into the Torn, or the speed drop into Torn, which means Iron Bundle outspeeds at the next turn and freeze dries. So it's not awful. We also know they can't Terrasilize anymore. If they want a wide guard with Smeargle, they waste turns here. So this works out pretty well in my favor, I'd say. At least they didn't do that into my Iron Bundle, because that would have been way worse. Okay. He drops really bad. We get the Icy Wind off. Okay. All right. Good speed drop into Torm, but is it going to be enough? I don't know. I'm not liking the looks of this. It's looking complicated. Kyogre in. Well, here's the thing about Kyogre that's awkward about this. You have to be timid to outspeed my Iron Bundle. You have to be timid with Mystic Water, or you have to be Scarf. So I guess we'll find out which one it is. We're going to go for Icy Wind here and Protect. That's my best play here. So we will Protect with Zama, because we can... That's not a double Protect because they fainted the previous turn. At least at the Torn. Oh my goodness, I should have freeze dried, but if it was... Look, this is still playable, but oh my goodness, this became way worse. Okay. Oh, and they thundered? Oh, but I protected, so that's fine. Okay. Oh boy. This endgame's looking super rough. I can play out of this, but it's really rough because I'm going to have to get a mind game right the next turn. Or not this turn, because I think all I do is just fake out the Kyogre and I body press the Torn. The next turn is what's scary. So we fake out because we don't want to take Bleak Wind damage or Bleak Wind KO. We're going to fake out and we're going to body press the Torn. I wonder if they have Protect. I feel like if they have Mental or less likely. I don't know. It's tough to say. But I still go for body press anyway. Don't be Covert Cloak Kyogre. If we hit the Icy Wind, I think it's just a guarantee lock because I could just fake out body press in the next turn. Like, it's a lot easier, but we'll see. Okay, no Protects. I do get the fake out off in the Kyogre. Good. You go for Bleak Wind. You drop on Zama. Again. Unlucky. They also risked the Kyogre, so I'm kind of curious if they're even choiced. Alright, I get the KO onto Torn. I think it comes down to the Kyogre and what it clicks, because there's a wide guard mind game with Zamazenta because I'm slower. If close combat KOs the Kyogre, we're in great shape, but I have no clue if it does. Probably unlikely. I'm just going to go for close combat. I'm going to go for body press. If they have to go for Origin Pulse too, and they need Origin Pulse, and they need to double hit. So I think the odds are decently in my favor, so I'll go for close combat and body press. Just barely missing the knock on Kyogre. Oh, as I said before. Is that a double miss? Deserved. I missed the Icy Wind. That would have put me in a great spot. I don't feel bad at all. I do not feel bad at all. Because that Icy Wind on Torn would have made this game so much easier, because then I would have been able to fake out body press, had a lot of pressure. But you know what? We still won. Because like if I get that Icy Wind in a Torn, then I have like free strike pressure as well. Like it was just smooth sailing, man. It was just smooth sailing. But it worked out. Oh, what is this? Tatsugiri, Smeargle, Calyx, Shadow Rider, Dondozo, Muck, and Miraidon. It's not ideal. It is not ideal. Okay. I do have Heavy Slam though on my Zamazenta, and Heavy Slam, pretty good. Heavy Slam is pretty good. I think we're just gonna lead Zamazenta plus Miraidon here. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't really have strong burst damage, but it's okay. I think the back is just the fast mode of Sneasler plus Iron Bundle, because I gotta make sure the Calyx is always checked. and Throat Chop is probably like my best way to approach it. I'm kind of curious on like what set the Calyrex is. It's probably stored power, so it's probably a lot easier to handle on this team. The Miraidon item is scary. The Miraidon item is scary, so I'll have to keep that in mind. I'm only bringing Zamazenta to Heavy Slam too. It's funny, it doesn't body press. I mean, like, body press will do good damage in the initial hit, right? But it's not going to be useful otherwise. The problem is, like, Heavy Slam does do double damage to Muck if it does get minimized, but if they psych up with the Shadow Rider, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have that guarantee, because I don't think it psychs up the status of the, like, the Muck was minimized. It only copies the evasion boost, which is actually kind of impactful, but we'll see. Going to be the combo of Smeargle... Tatsugiri, okay. Oh, it's the Toxic Orb stuff, okay. Which is fine. I have a Farigiraf Mind Game. There's so much that I have here. I'm just going to go for Body Press, and I'm going to go for Protect. Yeah, I don't really care about the Smeargle. Maybe he goes for Decorate. You could go for like a crazy Decorate play, but I think it's okay. We will go for the Protect here. They do go for Endure, all right. We go for Body Press. Sulk Cure. Does that change much? Not really. Okay, I mean, I do take like a bunch of damage from the Sulk Cure, but it's acceptable. They're not in poison range, right? I don't think they are. I'm going Bundle. And I'm gonna go for a... I think it's Electric Drift to Smeargle, right? Or I Volt Switch. If they don't live poison, their best place to go Dundozo, but no, Volt Switch is better. Volt Switch is just better. Because if they go Dundozo, it's okay as well. Like, I think this is acceptable. We go Iron Bundle here. Get the Quark Drive. We'll have that speed boost, which is important. They do retreat to Smeargle. Oh, this is Dundozo. I should have Electro Drifted. I almost clicked Electro Drift too. It is Dundozo. Yeah. I mean, it's acceptable. I do not mind this because I'm going to get a lot of damage in Dundozo. Like, this is still an Electro Terrain life or boosted Electro Drift here. Okay. Like, this strategy doesn't really work against Encore Bundle. That's the thing. Because I do get a Volt Switch off into the Dundozo. I mean, it takes it pretty well. does take it pretty well. We go out into... Man, I wish I could go back into Miraidon, but that'd be broken. Do I go... I think I go Sneasler... Zamazenta here. Okay, they go for... They get the leftovers, but that's acceptable. Because what we want to do is just protect the bundle so it's still around. And then we want the... I think we swap out back into Miraidon. The next turns are kind of tricky. Because we still have to deal with the Shadow Rider. But we bring out the Miraidon. It depends on the item on the Calyrex. I think that's what I'm concerned about. Oh, they went for Protect. Okay. So I can Encore lock them into Protect. So Tatsugiri goes down. I have a really big suspicion, and I mean a really big suspicion, that this Calyrex is Covert Cloak. Because I think that's the best item you would want to run on this build. So I'm going to go for a Freeze Dry into the Calyrex. Then we're going to go for Terra Electric, Electro Drift. into the Calyx as well. If it's not Cover Cloak, they're going to protect, and I'm going to look like a really big fool. But if I get this play right, it's great. Like, the thing is, Icy Wind would be so good. It would be so good right here if it wasn't for the fact that Calyx is probably still faster than Bundle after a -1. Yeah, okay. Freeze Dry, decent damage. They do Psych Up. Please tell me this KOs, because I really need this to KO here. But I mean, this is +2 Shadow Rider. Oh, I do. Let's go. I really wasn't confident on that one, but that worked out. Okay, I think it was Cover Cloak. Because I think they would be scared of Icy Wind Electro Drift otherwise, so that's perfect. You go for Body Press in a bundle. Cinema. Okay, I think I win the game. I mean, it's not over yet, but good chance of winning. So I'm gonna go for Smeargle coming in. Do they have Fake Out or / Transform? I do not want to deal with Transform. They haven't committed to Terra yet, so I'm a little bit cautious on that one. I think my best play is just to protect Bundle and Volt Switch out the Smeargle. Oh, gonna be forfeit. Okay, they feel like they can't win, and I think that's completely understandable. Ooh, okay. It's never fun facing those mud composition teams, but luckily we had the tools, especially the Encore Iron Bundle, which was just massive in this matchup because it was super disruptive, Freeze Rise threatening the Dundozo. I mean, the thing is, yeah, like, it put on a lot of pressure. If I Electro Drift the Dozo, like, I think I just instant win, but I wasn't 100% sure if they were gonna risk that or just go for Follow Me. Alright, I feel like we played this before. Lunala, Indeedee, Calyx, Ice Rider, Smeargle, Rillaboom, and Urshifu. Would be really nice to have a different mon here, but I mean, this is okay, I suppose. We do have the Sneasler, which is pretty effective here. I think my combo for Farigiraf is decent. Sneaser's good. Bloodmoon's okay, but I gotta be careful, I suppose. I definitely bring Miraidon, right? Because I like the terrain change. Yeah, I do. I like Zama, though, a lot, and I like Bloodmoon. I don't need Bloodmoon, though, but it's nice. It's actually funny. I might debate about not bringing the Miraidon. Not necessary. I think it's okay. I think I'm going to bring Sneasler plus the... I think Sneasler Bloodmoon is fine. Yeah, Sneasler Bloodmoon's okay. We're gonna do Zamazenta for Farigiraf back. My Terra plan is going to be Sneasler most likely, because I did plan on going for the Terra with Sneasler. We're not bringing the Electric Seed, which is crazy, but I do want to try this out. I think they're probably going to bring a combination of Kali Ice, Indeedee, Lunala, and +1, probably Smeargle. Yeah, Smeargle Lunala makes a lot of sense here. Okay. Do I just ignore the Smeargle straight up? I'm debating it. I think I'm just going to go for a Terra Dark Throat Chop because I could see the Indeedee switching in. Yeah, I think I see the Indeedee switching in, so I'm going to go for Terra Dark Throat Chop, and I'm just going to go for a Hyper Voice. If they go for Fake Out, that's okay. If they go for Spore, it's annoying, but it's okay. It's playable. The most important part is just like breaking through with the damage right now. So let's see what we can do. I gotta worry about the Decorate Smeargle, but I also have to worry about the Indeedee like mind game here because they could definitely go Indeedee, and I do not want that happening, so I'm just gonna go for the Throat Chop. If they follow me, that's okay too. If they Fake Out, again, acceptable. But yeah, we go for the Terra Dark with our Sneasler because Sneasler will be immune to Expanding Force, so I don't have to worry about that move. We resist Moongeist Beam as well. Puts on a good amount of pressure here. We're gonna see Terrestrialization on who is this? The Lunala? Smeargle into Ghost. Okay, that makes sense. But let's see what they went for because this could be really good for me. Because I did go for the Terra Dark Throat Chop. Boom. Good damage. They went for Decorate? Oh, baby. Hold on. Did they attack? They went for Expanding Force into Sneasler and the Hyper Voice with the Mind's Eye. Oh, that's incredible here. That's incredible. Oh, come on. Okay, my celebration ended as soon as I saw that. That's bad. Okay. Why'd you get speed, man? Bring out the Cali Eyes. That's all right. We're gonna go for Throat Chop, and we're just gonna go for Hyper Voice. They're gonna Spore probably something, or if they Decorate, that's okay too. I mean, that's not really that great, but did they Trick Room or not? Because if they didn't Trick Room, this is very playable still. We get a Throat Chop off into the Smeargle, which picks up the Knockout. Good. The Smeargle goes down. Did they Trick Room? We get a Hyper Voice off. We'll get some decent damage into Cali Ice, unless they're faster, which I'd be surprised by. Yep, I do get the Hyper Voice off. Oh, I get a crit too. That's nice, actually. They did trick him up. Okay. What's their final Pokemon? If it's... I mean, I assume it's Indeedee. Yeah, it's Indeedee. Okay. Don't I win, actually, because of the guarantee? I think I win because of the crit guaranteed. I'm pretty sure I do. They're clicking Glacial Lance here. I just sack Sneasel, right? Or do I just go... Actually, no, I go hard Zama. There's no way you high horsepower in this position. Yeah, there's no way you high horsepower in this position. And I'll definitely live a +2 Glacial, and I don't want to give him a boost for +3 high horsepower. Okay. Next turn's a mind game between high horsepower and attacks. I was worried about helping him +3 high horsepower KOing the Ursaluna. Oh, they have Heal Pulse. That changes a lot, actually. Okay. The game became a lot harder. The game became a lot harder. Returns a Trick Room. It's manageable. I think I have to hard read whether they high horsepower, whether they go for Glacial. I'm just gonna hard read that they go for high horsepower. I'm gonna Blood Moon to Indeedee. I think they're just gonna high horsepower Heal Pulse. That's what I would probably do if I was them. I already used my Terrastization, so they don't have to fear anything. You can just go for higher horsepower easily. They shouldn't be Leech Seed on this build either. Follow me. Okay. Oh, they're close combat. Wait, that's... Nothing guaranteed yet. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. I think I have a line. I think I have a line. I really hope Sneasler is him and can KO the Indeedee. But I do have a line. Okay. We go for Rigorath. We go for Wide Guard, and we go for Reverse Trick Room. But if they follow... The thing is, I can foul play them, but there's a mind game on top, right? Do they expect a Reverse Trick Room, or do they respect the foul play? Oh, it's a mind game. It's a call. I think I Reverse Trick Room. I don't think they followed me. Okay, no, they did. Okay. We're in this. We're in this. Close combat, that's fine. Zamazenta goes down. Acceptable. They already terrestrialized the Smeargle, so I don't have to worry about terrestrialized Smeargle. I just go for Throw Chop into Entity, and I go for Foul Play. I don't know if the Terra Dark Throw Chop KOs Entity, though. I really don't. I'm hoping so. Terra Dark? More powerful than Gunk Shot, right? Because Gunk Shot's 180 with same type attack bonus, but this is 160 and then the same type attack bonus. Yeah, Throw Chop is stronger. We go for the Entity and then we Foul Play. Let's see. If this doesn't KO, we lose the game. If it KOs, we win the game. I have no idea because I have not used Sneasler against a female Entity attack with Terra Dark. I mean, I max attack Throw Chop. I'm hoping that it will, but it's probably max defense Entity, I imagine. Wait, they protected? Is that? Okay, it still comes down to do I KO Entity? I don't KO Entity. Oh man, the start was so good too. I don't know why they protected. Should I have doubled up the Entity? I guess I should have doubled up the Entity. Yeah, I should have doubled up the Entity. But the thing is, like, if you're gonna go for that Reliance, isn't like your best play just to follow me anyway in Glacial? Oh, the start was so good, man. The start was so good too. There's nothing I can do, right? They're just spamming Glacial. Unless maybe if they don't follow me for some reason, I'm able to Foul Play. But they already saw that I Foul Play, so they're definitely going for it. I go down to +4 Glacial 100%. Unless Farrig is slower, but I highly doubt it. Also, we saw a move before my Blood Moon, right? Yeah. The fact that it was close combat, I forgot like that they could run close combat over high horsepower. I thought it was high horsepower and I thought it was like a safer line. Did not work. What would I need to do? Honestly, even though they gave me an opening because of the thing that they went for the protect, which is just shocking to me there. Because again, if I double up the Entity or go for Helping Hand there, it's bad for them. But because I really don't think it was necessary. I thought they could just go for Follow Me Glacial. What could have happened? I don't know. I got the damage. The Heal Pulse messed me up. Like the Calc on the Heal Pulse messed me up. Because the Heal Pulse ended up changing a lot about that game's dynamic. Because I was hoping I could just KO the Cali Ice. But then with the close combat, yeah, it didn't work out. Maybe I should have just went for Body Press instead of the Protect. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need Body Press damage. Because it could have actually mattered there. Alright, let's go over to games. Yeah, I loaded up the team and I just completely forgot to take off the specs and replace it with a Life Orb on this Miraidon. So kind of complicated things because if I had Protect on the Miraidon, it would have made the game a lot easier to stall out the tailwind turns on my opponent's side. And it would have made it a lot, and I mean a lot easier. However, I was able to reposition and I found that fake out position with the Encore. Even if they didn't protect with the hull, I think depending on the position, like I think they would probably take the knock on Iron Bundle, which meant that I could probably go for like a fake out Electric Drift into the Miraidon next turn unless they hard read me. But in general, was able to find a line and somehow able to get the KO onto their Miraidon, which sealed the game. In game 2, yeah, this was a really unique Snow team, and I don't know what was happening, man. They went for Terra Water. I have no idea why they went for Terra Water when they weren't threatened. However, that really helped me because I was actually able to do more damage onto that Cali Ice because, yeah, thankfully they did go for it. The Wheezing was a little bit awkward with the Willis, but across the board, they weren't able to really get the knockouts, especially into my team because I was able to take the Snow defense boost to my advantage with the Iron Bundle as well as the Zamazenta, even with Sneasler, you know, frozen, unfortunately, but was still able to close out the win. In game 3, yeah, I could have Throw Chopped the Chiyu turn 1. I really thought they were going to save the Terra for Cali Ice, but I guess if they're Fairy Terra, they don't want to get hit by Gunk Shot. They decided to lock in the Snarl, which was interesting because it didn't take any knockouts, and then I was able to double up the Miraidon. Granted, they got Trick Room up and the position was weird, but thankfully I was able to set up a reverse Trick Room with the Terra Ground Farigiraf, which was huge. I got the targets right. The Leech Seed Mist did help a lot, but I do think it was still playable even without the dodge. But it did help allow me to put on more offensive pressure and capitalize on the turns. In game 4, Icy Wind missed, but as I said, the odds weren't bad for the Origin Pulse in the end game, because let me be real, I do win the game if I just hit the Icy Winds into the Torn and the Kyogre. Speed draw up on the Kyogre, I get the KO into Torn, and then it's just like a super favorable win con for me. But yeah, definitely an interesting turn 1. Was not expecting that turn 1 to happen out. I have no idea what their Shadow Rider item is. I still think it's Spell Tag, but yeah, it ended up working out pretty well, even though it could have gotten pretty ugly. In game 5, yeah, it's the psych up stuff with the Dondozo, because they get the stat boost and they keep it even if the Tatsugiri faints it while in the Dondozo's mouth for some reason. I don't know why that's the case, but luckily was able to just go for a hard punish, knock out the Calc Shadow Rider surprisingly through those boosts with the Freeze Dry plus the Electric Drift combo, and that just really solidified my position. In game 6, so close, but I forgot they could run close combat instead of high horsepower on these Calyrex sets, especially the hard trick and Calyrex Ice Riders. If I knew that, I probably had to play a bit differently. I could have went for just body press and the Blood Moon, and getting that damage in Indy would have been a huge game changer. I think I kind of positioned decently towards the end, but unfortunately wasn't enough, and I really didn't think they would protect Cali Ice, because I really think you just go for Follow Me and you go for Glacial there to secure the win. But yeah, maybe they thought I was Sash Sneasler because I didn't reveal, so maybe that's what they were trying to play around. And how was the team? Overall, it is a very aggressive team, right? You have like really frail options with the Iron Bundle, the Ursaluna Sneasler. You even have a Terrago Zamazenta as well for the fake out mind games. But it is a team that if you can get a lot of the early reads right, you have a fantastic spot, because the Pokemon just do so much damage and they cover for a lot of terrasilizations, especially with the Icy Wind pressure from the Iron Bundle, the offensive pressure the Sneasler offers, especially with that Unburden boost, the Farigiraf of Armor Tail, of course, that is pretty annoying for teams to stop. Yeah, it has a lot of things that it can do. If you would like to check out the details of the team, they'll be linked in the description down below, and of course subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.